Welcome back everyone that watched the previous video of this job. We're here on April 5th, 2023, and we're moving along here. You just saw me break up all that, push all this dirt and rocks out of the way. Ben is off dumping the first load of concrete from the previous video. He should be back in a half hour or so. And while he's gone, this is what I'm doing, just kind of breaking it all up so when he comes, we can load it up quick and get him out of here again. I am very happy that there's no wire mesh in these concrete pads like there were the first two. If you watched the previous video, you've seen it was kind of tough breaking up those first couple pads, but once we got to the door, no more wire mesh in it, so it's all breaking up pretty easy. You know, it certainly makes for a long day using a jackhammer from beginning till end of the day, but there's something oddly satisfying about it. It's pretty fun to break up an old concrete slab like this, and for some reason it's just kind of therapeutic, I guess you can say. Anybody in the industry that has used a jackhammer can kind of know what I mean. You'll definitely be tired at the end of the day, but you feel pretty accomplished for some reason. I don't know what it is. Broke up the rest. Got it in a bit of a pile here so I could get it away from the house. And Benny's back just in time. I've dumped a lot of concrete out of here, a lot of boulders, fill, rocks. The bed's holding up really good. It's a little wavy, but it's kind of always been wavy. I'm not sure why, but it's holding up nice. Benny! Yeah. Dude, tell me all about it, man. Come on. I've been dying to hear your story, dude.
No story.
No story?
Nope, it was easy.
How's Bill? How's Bilbert?
Bilbert's good. They got a dog over there.
Come on, dude.
They do.
Wow.
It's like a boxer.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's what's up, dude. I love dogs. I'm gonna go dump the next one then, so I can meet the dog. But I got it all broken up other than under that step. You proud of me?
Wow, you're a workhorse.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that a lot.
You're
You motivate me.
Good.
Just seeing your face makes me want to work hard.
It's my money maker.
Tell you one thing. I gotta drain the lizard.
Had to.
Had to. All right, waiting for Benny to come back. There's actually a concrete footing underneath that stone wall. That's what all those pieces right there are. And these are all like sonotubes slash footings that were for a deck that was previously on the side of this house over here. So I did that. I pulled those out with this machine off camera. And they were all in these little holes right here. 1, 2, 3. I forget how many there was. I think 5 or 6. 6 of them. So those are all out. I'm not doing any excavation yet because we're supposed to get some possible rain overnight. As you can see, we just got a bunch of stuff here. I've been setting some of the stones aside, putting them on the back end, so that after we move all this concrete, we can take out another load of rocks. Still some rocks mixed in here. There's concrete under where the wall was, still buried in this dirt here. So we just kind of got to try to get over to it and access it. But when Ben comes back, we'll be able to load up some of this concrete, or the rest of it. We should be able to get all of this and what was underneath that step here in one more load. And hopefully we can get Benny back to the dump before they close, I think at 4, which would be 3 loads of this concrete, 3 loads of 3 cubic yards, so 9 cubic yards total. I gotta find out what they charged me for the first load, which had the wire mesh in it, and then the second 2 loads are clean concrete, so those will be a little bit less. But we bring it to a place called Landscape Depot in Shrewsbury, and they're kind of like a middleman, so it's not the cheapest way to get rid of concrete. But we had one other place where we used to dump concrete for pretty cheap, and they stopped taking it because they're actually moving their facility. So we kind of got our backs against the wall to bring it to a middleman, which is a little bit more costly than bringing it directly to somewhere that would crush it on site. I know I get a lot of comments about pricing and what things cost, what I estimate. Like, I'm going to try to include that stuff in with the jobs and the videos that I make this year. Hopefully I can kind of give you guys a better perspective of what things cost and how I estimate. But I will eventually make a video solely on estimating jobs. You know, I don't quite know how I want to put that together yet, and I'm also not at that point where I have 20 plus years of bidding out jobs. I've had my own company going now for, this is the 3rd year, and you know, it's still a learning process, but I have all the basics down. I make money with my jobs, and things keep moving. So just like the jobs itself, when we build and everything, you know, you learn something new on every job. Just like these videos I make, you learn something new in the editing process, all that stuff. And it's the same thing with sales and estimating. You learn something new on every job that you estimate and sell. And that's life. It's just all about progression, getting better, learning more and more, and continually progressing, I guess, in life. That's what it's all about. And the sales part of this business is no different. MT100's doing good. The other day when I picked that machine up, I went there for 7 o'clock to pick it up, and the guys told me that it wasn't even there. It was still with the people that had rented it previously, and they were going to pick it up, and it should be back at 8. So I had to wait there until 8 o'clock for it to come back. When it came back, they actually told me that the previous guys that rented it didn't tell them, but it blew a hydraulic line. So I had to wait another 45 minutes for them to bring the hydraulic, go get a new hydraulic line, bring it back and fix it. So we're looking at 8:45 now. And then after they fixed that hydraulic line that was blown, they came back and told me. They said, "You won't believe it, it's not our day." But after they replaced the line, filled it up, and turned it on, a second line blew. So they had to go get a line and replace that one. I was there from 7 o'clock till 9:45 before I actually left with the machine. So that really put a damper on that day, but I guess that's just life, that's business. It's the way it goes sometimes. We're here to dump the 3rd load of concrete. That's where you've been dumping, huh, bud?
Right here.
Looks like everything you brought's buried.
Yeah, it looks like he's been taking care of the scoops.
Pushing it back.
Pushing it back.
Benny,
Yo.
say goodbye to these people.
Goodbye.
Done for the day. Nice job.
Tomorrow.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 6th, 2023. We got some stone. Here comes the boom. Oh, it wasn't a big boom. So we just got the stone delivered, and there's actually the delivery guy for the pavers and the wall block and the wall cap as well. So we're about to load this driveway up with some material. So I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pallets of material, and that always pays to have a delivery. So you're not sitting there screwing around, moving pallets around, especially for me and my company with only 2 guys. So we got everything here, guys. We're looking good. We got our stone. I didn't videotape this morning, but we removed another load of big rocks. Ben went and dumped that. I've been excavating by myself. Loaded Ben up with a load of dirt. He's off dumping that. He's coming back and we're gonna load him up with some more dirt. I'm not filming that because it kind of gets repetitive, I guess. We're just kind of digging dirt up and putting it in the trailer. But I will keep you guys updated as we move along here on the backfill process. The main thing I'm staying focused on is keeping the subsoil pitched away from the house and pitched this way. That's going to be the way that the walkway is set up. We're going to slope away from it, and we're going to slope down towards the side yard. So there's not going to actually be any level spot of the walkway. We're going to have some nice slope to make sure that the water can run off of it and stay away from this area right here. Still got a lot to take out. So that's what we're doing all day, guys. I'll keep you updated when we get a little bit more of this dirt out of here. Benny, excavated. So again, we did the excavation and hauling the dirt off camera today, guys. That stuff kind of gets old for videos, I'm sure. But we're down to our grade, our sub base, and it's time to lay our thin layer of 3/4 inch crushed stone over the area. and compact it into our subsoil. Everything is sloped away from the house and towards us on the camera here. So the highest point is that back right corner. To get down to the depth that we needed, I didn't do anything fancy. I just, like I said, as I was digging, I was checking the grade with my levels, making sure the subsoil was sloped away, and that we had more than enough room for our base stone. And a way that I gauged it on this job here is that our pavers are actually going to be pretty much the same height as the bottom of the siding and the top of that trim board. So that's kind of my reference point. And where we are right now, from the top of the subsoil to that, is 14 inches. So that's over there. And again, this is sloped up going this way, and obviously sloped down going that way. So over here is a little bit less. It's at about 12.5 inches right there. So that's going to give us about 8 to 9 inches of backfill stone, and that's plenty, more than enough than we need. We usually do 6 to 8 inches, but I wanted to go a little bit lower here just to make sure that there's no water issues up along the edge of this house right here, because you can see that the top of the foundation is actually going to be below grade, which I'm going to show you guys tomorrow when we come back here what I have to do. But we're going to be building a wall, a concrete block wall up against the house. Not right up against it, about 1 inch or 2 inches off of it, but that's going to hold the backfill stone back and also keep everything off of the trim board of the house. But I'll walk you through that tomorrow. Right now, it's time to backfill. We want to get this area at least ready because it's going to rain tonight and we don't want it to be a mud pit. So we're not going to backfill up to our proper height, but we are going to get that thin layer spread out, compacted, lay some fabric down, and put at least 3-4 inches of stone throughout the whole area so that when it rains tonight, we'll be good for the morning to come here and keep backfilling and then start building. Ben, how did it feel driving all day today?
Tired.
Tired. If you weren't driving, you're shoveling.
I have more energy.
First time since last fall, bud. What do you think?
Less than 3.
Less than 3? Oop. You gotta put the throttle up if you want it in less than 3. And you gotta turn it on. So if you're new to the channel and you want to know a little bit more information about how we do the paver base prep for our projects like this, check out the link in the description below for a how to prepare the base for concrete pavers video. There's a link in the description. Check that out. This is the 2023 Benny.
New me, new year.
Is that 100? That thing's long, bro.
Go get the measuring tape.
He's got the Newport Slims.
The H-Slim that just log.
They're just long. There it is, guys, the most important part of this base prep method. What that's going to do is stiffen up our subsoil, and it's also going to give us a nice flat surface to lay this fabric that Benny's got in his hand. That fabric is permeable, but it's also water wicking, so when you slope your subsoil away from the house or whatever way you're sloping it, that fabric is going to help let the water shed down away from the structure that you're building next to, and then it'll slowly permeate through it and then into your subsoils. And this stone opens up that subsoil by compacting into it, and it helps accept water better. So it's just all in all better for drainage, better for your base under pavers. If you don't agree with me, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments below. We're not going to be going the long way with the fabric. We're actually going to be going the short way. That way we can start on one side, go over, and then lay it up over the side here where the wall is going. And we'll just do one strip at a time. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. Well, I hope you all are enjoying this video. We're on to just laying some geotextile woven fabric and backfilling. I'm not trying to get it to height or a perfect grade right now. Like I had mentioned earlier, I just wanted to get the area backfilled and covered in some clean stone for the possible rain that was coming that night. So that's what we did. We got this whole area covered up nicely, and you're going to see here at the end that I installed the French drain on the right edge where the wall is going to be going, and that's going to help divert water down and around the corner of the house and over to the side yard. So I just wanted to mention I appreciate all the comments and the feedback from the last video about what you might think the skid steer that I'm buying is. There's some good guesses, some good manufacturer guesses, but nobody hit it right on the money. So we'll see what happens. I can't wait to get that machine. I'm still waiting to hear from the guy, but hopefully in a couple weeks. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys. If you want to see the rest of this project, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And until the next one, guys, God bless. Peace.